I'm just going to talk about Redland apples here today, and mainly in the Golden Valley. So Redland apples is apples here in Shep is part of the Redland Apple Group, and we have citrus in Mildura, Griffith, Hillston, and Emerald. We also have some grapes in Swan Hill and Mildura, and also some stone fruit there. We have some kiwi fruit and apples also in Western Australia. The structure of our orchard business is that we have a head of production here in the Golden Valley, also a general manager, a senior agronomist, 8 orchard managers, and 2 trainee technical managers. In the peak of our harvest, we have 500 employees, and in that peak we're harvesting up to 2,000 bins a day. I want to go over the changes we've made in the last 12 months and where we're looking at going in the future to remain profitable. So prior to the sale to Jeffrey Thompson's, I was asked what our non-profitable blocks were. So I looked at pack outs, row widths, missing trees, historical tonnes per hectare, the ability for improvement, and with this decision it was decided to remove some of the blocks and replant with exportable varieties. So in September in 23, we had 1,000 hectares of plantable land. We had 850 hectares planted with apples and pears. So we removed 200 hectares, which was mainly pears. We're looking at this year, we're removing another 70 hectares, mainly apples, or all apples actually this year. And those are Grannies, Red Delicious, and Gala. The cost removal has been $6,000 a hectare, and our overhead costs alone are $11,000 a hectare, with pruning costs of $3,000 a hectare, thinning costs up to $6,000 a hectare, chemical and fert of $3,000 a hectare. So with the cost to getting that to production and the potential returns, it's not hard to look at some of those blocks and go, they need to go. It's also been a good thing with removing some of all this land, all these blocks of orchard, that we can consolidate our staff to do a better job on the farms that we have, and to look at employing new people and training them up for the future. So replanting starts now. So this year we're planting 30 hectares of Sassy and Dazzle just down the road with pink eve pollinators. So our planting style is at the moment is 3.5 metres by 1.2 as a bee barn. We have six rows of the main variety and 1 solid row of pollination. This assists us with wind pollination under net, so as we're not totally relying on bees. We're planting another 100 hectares of Dazzle and Sassy and pink eve pollinators in 2025. And 2026, another 70 hectares of Dazzle and Sassy. In 2025, our planting style, I've decided to change to a 3 metre row. We'll still go be a 1.2 metre. So this will give us a lower, more cost-effective canopy. I was a bit worried in the past when I went to a 3.5 metre we could, whether we can control that. We've been able to control it really well, and I can still drive my car down those rows. So hence a knee replacement and make me walk down the rows at a 3 metre row. So another 70 hectares in 2026, and then the balance of the land, we're undecided of what we'll do with that yet. So Dazzle, the parents of Dazzle are Pacific Rose, Gala and Braeburn. First started looking at Dazzle in 2017, and that took me to New Zealand, where it was bred by Plant and Food. So in 2018, I secured the rights for that in Australia, and we started planting that. So we have overhead foggers to help with the colouring and the internal qualities of the fruit, and also to help with the sunburn on Dazzle. So Sassy jumped out of me in our trial plantings in 2018, and so I ensured that we promptly secured the licence for this. The parents of Sassy are Pacific Rose, Fuji and Jazz. This variety loves the heat, so it colours here in Shep through 30, 34 degree weeks, getting close to the harvest. So a couple of years ago when we had those heat events, I was looking at the fruit on a Friday and thinking we're never going to get colour on this, and it's starting to mature. And 7 days later, it was 100% colour and was looking excellent. We do have foggers on Sassy as well, help with the internal qualities and sunburn. So we own the rights to both Sassy and Dazzle, and both varieties were chosen for the Asian palate. So our aim is to export to Asian markets as well as domestic. The photo of the screen is a reworked central leader Fuji block. It's now a V-trellis 6 litre Dazzle block. It has foggers overhead there. So growing for the Asian market, we are focusing on high density, narrow canopies, looking at pruning and thinning to the crop load that is required. We have foggers to assist with the internal and external qualities, and leaf blowing to maximise the colour. We're looking at netting all our blocks in the future over the next few years. But it's hitting the correct size for the market that we're looking at is extremely important, as Dazzle in Asia can be at $60 a carton if you hit the right size, but if it's the wrong size, it's $20 a carton. So we need to make sure we've got the right quality and the right size. Thank you.